Hello everyone, of course welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna start this video off by saying sorry I haven't posted as fast as I had planned to originally. I'm still a little sick right now and I got completely distracted the other day and forgot to upload the videos when I was trying to, so they're a little late, a little delayed. But anyways, I'm gonna film the last 4 things that I have from Action Force here for you guys. So this is, of course, the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive from, I believe, Series 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Declassified Gear set. It's either going to be Series 1 or Series 2. I can't remember exactly. So here's the side of the box. I already showed you the front. The top of the box is the same thing as usual. The bottom of the box as well. So here's everything that comes in the box. Of course, it looks like it's a Sergeant Slaughter sort of alternate gear pack here with the grenade launcher and then the backpack. This will be my 3rd backpack, and I really like that hat as well as the grenade launcher, so that's really what I wanted out of it. I got this simply because it was a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. I do not remember exactly if this is a Sergeant Slaughter thing or not. I actually completely forgot about this gear pack until the Action Force stream of, I believe it was titled A Look Back at Action Force or something, basically going through all the waves and everything that were released on that live stream. This was mentioned and it made me think of it again. So let me know who this is actually for, if I'm right or if I'm wrong about it being a Sergeant Slaughter. It looks like it's a Sergeant Slaughter gear pack because the grenade launcher and the vest, it all kind of fits. But I don't know if it's for V1 or V2 Slaughter. I, of course, have version 1, and I think the blue and green kind of looks good together, so we'll get it opened up and see what it looks like in real life. So starting off here, we have our weapons. We get 2. We have the grenade launcher that is primarily black and silver, and it's not coming across very well on camera, but like the silver color is a little bit lighter and a little less gunmetal than it looks on camera right now, but not by much, just slightly. And then of course you can see we have the 1911 painted in all black, which you can customize for whatever paint you want, or paint option you want. And then of course we have the muzzle flash here, so that's the smallest one, and we do get the other 2 that we get with everything else, since there's only 3 sizes. And then we have the rest of the gear pack. So we get 2 of the leg straps that are the same that we've seen before. We get the med pouch one on the right and then the holster on the left, which fits that 1911 nicely. And they're both in blue and green, as with the rest of the gear pack. We get a sort of belt or harness, as well as our green sort of hat here. I like this hat better than his iconic hat back there, but I don't know which one I'll be displaying him with, if I'll even put the gear pack on him or not, who knows. I just want to show you guys, that's the reason I got it. So the last 2 items, we have our backpack with the straps painted in green, and this does open, and let's see if I can open it on camera for the first time. So of course we have that same storage space as all the other ones, and then we have our little copyright there from 2021. And this is sort of an interesting take on a backpack for a color scheme, but I like it. This is the only painted version of this backpack that I have. The closest backpack I have with me is Desert Rats, so you can see this one is the same one that came with the Delta Trooper gear pack, and this is Desert Rats, which is the bigger one. And I always appreciate more backpacks. The more backpacks, the better, because that means more storage space and less cramping, or less cramped space in my weapons tin. The Crimson Shadow tin is the only tin that I have for storing Action Force accessories right now, and I need to get something else. So let me know if you guys have solutions for storage on things like that, because mine is full, because I don't want to take the weapons out of all their bags, otherwise it would not be full. So this is exactly the same piece that Slaughter has on, just his blue instead of green, which I don't know, I kind of like it, but I don't know if I should change it, because his sunglasses fell. He will have the green arms with the blue and it will work with the rest of the gear pack being blue and green, but I don't know if it would work for my taste. I kind of wanted him to stay like this, so I might swap him out just to show you guys and then go ahead and swap them back afterwards. But for now, let's let everything fall and show you this little grenade launcher here. If I can do this on camera without breaking his hands, because this is a Series 1 figure, I'm scared of breaking him. And I think he looks fairly well with that grenade launcher. Gives him a more badass look. He already has the Magnum and then the really long knife, which I don't remember what this is called, right there. So that just adds to it. And then I'll go ahead and throw his hat on real quick. So if you don't even want to use the gear pack for anything else, this hat doesn't sit very well. Maybe if I heated it up. So for now, we'll just have to leave it like that. If you wanted the gear pack just for the hat and the weapon, you can give them a really nice badass look. That green in real life actually is different, unlike some of the other greens that come across on camera, where the helmet or the hat will be a different color than the chest. This actually is a sort of more brighter green than the one that is on his jacket, which is an interesting take there. But yeah, so that is the gear pack and everything that corresponds to it. And I'll go ahead and swap them out. And here's the rest of it. I'll go ahead and put them on the figure for you guys to see, and then I'll close out this review. So here he is, completely kitted out. And my recommendation for that hat, I just want to go ahead and say, you probably need some sticky tack. But otherwise, I think he looks fairly good. I didn't think I was going to love it, but right now, I actually think different. So, the contrast between the blue and green is something that I don't normally think would go well together, but for this it works really well. So, we have that belt. Everything went on fairly well. I popped everything off and put everything right back on. No heat needed or anything like that. So that was actually really cool. And actually only took me about 5 minutes. I only really struggled with getting these on and off a little bit there. But now that everything's on, I don't know if I actually want to take it off. The problem here is now that I have this, I want to get another slaughter, leave one in this, and then have the other one be what you saw beforehand, where it's out of the box with all the green on. So I kind of like this for a completely different like mission or something like that. Like I said before in previous videos, I haven't read the comics, so I don't know if he wears this outfit in the comics at all or anything like that. But I don't know, I love it. Let me know what you guys think, but it's all reused parts, just different colors, and like I say all the time about Action Force, that's all you really need to make some. Okay, I completely messed up the outro of this review, so let's go ahead and redo this, which is why you see Desert Rat up here in a different pose from where I'm cutting this at. So, I was speaking on the accessories. So the only accessories that I would consider to be accessories for this figure is his weapons, his hat, and his backpack. And of course his backpack can probably hold his hat. I wouldn't doubt that, because I can get the helmets that come with the Republic Guards, specifically the Desert Trooper. I can get his, or Delta Trooper. I can get his hat, or his helmet, in his backpack. And I can also fit heads in backpacks too, if you only put one thing in there. So the hat could probably go in there. And so he can hold all of his accessories quite well. He can either, of course, have the hat on his head or in his hand and still be holding everything he comes with, or everything the gear pack comes with as well. And I wanted to give you a side by side with one of the figures in the line, and this is the closest one I had to me, which is Desert Rat, which I think looks really well with this Sergeant Slaughter here, even though they are a completely different color scheme, and Slaughter kind of looks comical with the blue and green. I'll still say it looks pretty good. And of course, since they are basically the exact same figure with different heads, they are going to be the same height. The only difference being Slaughter might look a little taller because he has those combat boots versus the pants over the boots look over there. So my final thoughts on this, I I want to show you something that is confusing me real quick, and I hope you guys know what this means. There is a print of, it's upside down, but you can see it, that 95% in there. I don't know what that means. Is that 95 or 93? Actually, it might be 93. Looking at it from one side, I can't tell anymore. Either way, what does that mean? Someone let me know in the comments below. Is that 95% fit, a 95% plastic, or whatever material was used? Or is that just a random 95% of gear packs? This is like the 95th percent of the gear pack. Like, what does that mean? That was produced? Like, I don't know. Someone let me know. That's kind of funny to me. I like finding little things like that on action figures. So anyways, to wrap this up, I would say go ahead and get this if you don't have it. If you aren't a hater of the blue color scheme, the blue and green being a little awkward, I like it. I think it looks really well. It's going to fit in with the rest of your Action Force just fine. Maybe not if you leave your figures sort of how they come, but if you don't really mind the sort of comic style or cartoony look, which this kind of gives me the idea of that's what they were going for. If you don't mind that, go ahead and pick it up. If you do, then obviously don't pick it up. But even standing here next to Desert Rat, who has all tan, he still goes fairly well in my opinion. And I really like that this gear pack is something a little bit different rather than just full-on military. The only thing that I would change is if I had Trigger opened up right now, I would put the arms for Trigger on Sergeant Slaughter here and have a sort of vest instead of a jacket look going on, and I think that would fit a little bit better than having the green arms, but that's just my opinion. I think in terms of what he is for now, he actually looks really good, and of course you can pick this gear pack up for any figure. You don't just have to use it for Sergeant Slaughter like I'm doing here. So I would say if you have some troop builders that you want to give a vest to, or you want to give some different color to, breathe new life into your Action Force line, then yeah, pick it up. And if not, that's cool too. It's not that expensive, so I would recommend it. I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. The quality is, of course, the same as everything else Action Force. It's pretty good. I've had no problems with it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this shorter video here, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Please excuse this bad camera angle real quick. I don't know what the hell happened there. But thank you for watching once again, and I will go ahead and produce the next video for you guys.